Today we're going to give you a new OP Town Hall 12 pushing base. We have the replays, we have the analysis, and we have the CC composition you need to push up trophies. Here's our first look at the base, and let's break down a few interesting things. One, there's 3 single Infernos, which is perfect because a lot of the best attack strategies at Town Hall 12 and 13 have high HP troops. Dragons, Super Witches, you name it, Queen Chargers as well. These single Infernos are going to go to work. Another thing is giant arrow value. So you always have to keep that in mind with bases like this. And it looks like you could get 2 air defenses and 1 sweeper, which is lots of value, keep in mind. But you can't get both sweepers unless you know the Teslas are there, because there's no trash buildings on the outside of the base where you're drawing a line through the 2 sweepers. So very hard to get rid of both of them, and that's obviously really nice. Keep in mind both sweepers are also facing the eagle, so an air attacker is almost always going to come from the backside of the base. So that's from the hero hall side of the base you see here, and that means that eagle artillery is going to stay up a long time. We also have really nice compartments at the top right and the bottom left where you see the minion prince and the archer queen with 2 expos. That's a lot of DPS in a small area of the base. The seeking air mines are littered around the edge of the core, mainly if someone wants to come in with a blimp. Keep in mind the Eternal Tome got nerfed, so baiting blimps is actually quite possible now. Then there's lots of giant bombs in the center of the base, because a hybrid attack will struggle to queen charge the town hall. They might try and hybrid through the town hall instead, and good luck doing that with all the traps in the way. But that's enough of me talking about why this base is good. Let's watch it in action. So these first 2 are going to be FCs, and then we're going to have 2 proper defenses from in-game. Decided to do the mix of the 2 because I want to hear from you guys. Which do you prefer? Because obviously the FCs, you're more likely to get a better attacker, but also if the attacker's hitting their own base, some of you will rightly say that like they're deliberately failing, and I can get where the susness comes from, like when we are completely aware of that. By the way, Furnace is an absolute menace in the defensive CC, especially if you don't poison it. Probably should have poisoned it. However, the alternative is to show defenses from your defensive log, and a lot of the attackers don't really know what they're doing. Even a lot of the triples you get on your base, they won't necessarily be by the best attackers in the world. It'll just be by Town Hall 13s and 14s dipping on you. By the way, later in the video, we will have a Town Hall 13 dip failing on this base with Super Dragons. So, Queen Charge gets nice value, but you can see yet again, these single Infernos are just a complete pain, and that is a bad invis spell. Well, you can see one of the Fire Mites has already hit those healers, and that means the healers are going to go down very shortly. Warden ability goes off. Is that a healing tome? Do you have the healing tome at Town Hall 12? I didn't think you did. I guess you do. The more I know. But you can see the hybrid's really splitting up here because the Queen did not set a good enough funnel at all. The King did not do a good job on the outside of the base either, because he was beating the wall because there were no trash buildings for a fair portion of the base. The miners are doing their absolute best, but we can all see what's about to happen here, right? What on this base is going to take down the defensive minion prince? And this is why you don't see as much Queen Charge attacks at the lower town halls as you did about a year ago, and why I don't recommend them as much. The minion prince is a menace to Queen Charge Lalo and Queen Charge Hybrid. You have to Queen Charge it. The other heroes, it's okay if you leave it up. It's not the end of the world. Even against Lalo, the Archer Queen, you can take down with pups or a skeleton spell. The minion prince will not go down to pups. His attack speed is insane, and he single-handedly defended this attack. So keep that in mind when you're doing your Queen Charges at the low town halls. The minion prince is a menace. Now it's Zap Witches, and with Zap Witches, obviously we are going to zap out a couple of Infernos. Now, it doesn't get as much value when they're all single Infernos, but that's what the methodology is. Now, I don't agree with the entry here. You should always go straight into the Eagle Artillery rather than going straight into a single Inferno, which could burn up your heroes. Obviously, if the Witches start tanking, that's fair, but you need to start spawning the Skeletons. And look, that Inferno locks onto the Golems because our Witches hadn't had time to get some Skeletons in front, and that Golem gets wrecked. But yeah, definitely go straight into the Eagle here. The Eagle is the biggest target. There's also more Wizard Towers on the back end of the base and 2 Bomb Towers. Think of the Warden ability if we used it to get through the Eagle and Splash Tower area of the base. The Log Launcher takes down the Town Hall though, which is a really neat trick, basically meaning that the Giga Bomb gets absolutely no value, kind of like it does at Town Hall 17. King and Queen are doing their thing. They've still got their ability. King running the Rage and the Gauntlet. Interesting combination. I do like it at lower town halls. However, with Witches, I would recommend the Earthquake Brutes because you can open up so much of the base for the Witches to have their fun. Looks like there was a Druid out of the CC. That's cool. Don't really see the Druids ever at the low town hall. Maybe because you haven't unlocked it yet. Queen's beating a terrible wall. She's already used her ability, and you can see the problem here. There's 3 Wizard Towers and a Bomb Tower left, and we've got a few Witches going around the edge of the base, but they can't do anything. There was also a Mortar that landed on them, and this attack is going to very slowly fizzle out. The Barbarian King comes over. He's going to have one mighty swing at the Queen, and that is nice. So yeah, a few things from this. Make sure you go into the worst part of the base if you're using mass Witches, but the base held up quite nicely. Given it's got 3 single Infernos as well, that's normally a free triple for Witches, but not at all in this case. What about Zap Dragon? Now, something we didn't talk about at the start, but I am going to talk about now, is the air defenses here. There's no air targeting defenses around the air defense that you can take down with the same number of lightning spells. What I mean by that is some bad bases you see air defense, well, not bad bases, that's a bit harsh, but some bases you will see archer towers or sweepers next to air defenses, and they are prime targets because you can use the exact same number of lightning and quake to finish them off as well. So you're not only getting more defensive buildings, but you're actually getting more of a funnel as well. Whereas this, I mean, you can take down the mortar, I think. Maybe the cannon, but they're also not targeting air. You cannot take down the Wizard Tower. It is in range to be zapped. You can reach it, but it's got more hit points than the air defense. So you're not getting as good a funnel from the corner. So that's another thing I like about this base. Yet again, if you're gonna come in with mass dragons, you got to be scared of this Furnace CC. This Furnace is going to town on everything. Surprised the attacker hasn't used the Eternal Tome yet, but this, as in case you haven't put it together yet, is not an FC. This is in fact an attack from in the multiplayer. They're trying to save their Warden ability for the Town Hall, but you can see why the Furnace CC is best. I haven't even told you guys what the CC comp is for this, so if you stayed around this for long, you're going to hear it, although you would have seen it in the other attacks. We got 1 Furnace, 1 Witch, 1 Headhunter, and the rest Archers. I believe that leaves 4 Archers. Let me know if I'm wrong. I've forgotten the exact army comps, but I'm pretty sure that leaves 4 Archers for you. GG's on the defense. And final replay of the video. Now, obviously, this is not going to be the best attack ever. No shame to the attacker. We've all done terrible attacks. I'm pretty sure I 0-starred in Legends League today. Admittedly, I did it whilst I was at work and my boss came in, which was not ideal. I promptly got off my phone and accepted the fact that my Fireball rocket balloon attack was never going to get close. But this attack here is a dip. We see that Royal Champion, meaning that this is at minimum a Town Hall 13. So the Super Dragons come in, and Super Dragons are insane. There is no way a Town Hall 12 should ever be able to stop Super Dragons, but you're going to see it happen here. So we've got the Minion Prince, not really coming in with the Dragons though, because the Dragons didn't get funneled, and you can see why funneling is so important for Super Drags here. If you funnel them, they're insane. If you don't, you're in a lot of trouble. Minion Prince ability goes off. Archer Queen gets targeted by the single Inferno. Her Giant Arrow goes off, does get some okay value. Stone Slammer gets to the Town Hall. A Super Dragon on the top side's just chilling, because I mean, what else would you do? It's dipping on a Town Hall 12. Oh my god, if that Super Dragon at the top gets rid of the Tesla as well. How are you meant to kill these things? Those 2 defenses were on the Super Dragon forever, and still that's not enough. Yet again, the Furnace CC is insane. I mean, if you're at low Town Hall, run a Furnace, because if people don't bring a Poison, it's just so much damage. And you can see here, trying to take down the back end, but you're gonna see the single Inferno will have a field day. Locked onto the Queen. There's still 4 dragons left, and they are all going to go down. So I believe he came into this attack with 6 Super Dragons, and despite how bad the attack's gone, only 2 of them have gone down, and that says everything you need to know about how good this troop is at the lower Town Halls. So that's it for today's video. This is a really nice Town Hall 12 pushing base link. Obviously, it's very hard to defend though if you get hit by higher ups, so if you're like, I got tripled by a Town Hall 14, bad base, I'm not going to take you seriously, because good luck stopping even a Town Hall 12, let alone a Town Hall 14. But yeah, base link will be in the description down below.